Hello everyone, I am Khanam and this is my 33rd video in React series. In this video we are going to make this simple project using props. Okay, whatever we have learned till now using props, we are going to make this simple project. Okay, in the same way I have already created simple project using props, but in this project, in this series, we are going to make this complete project. Okay, here you can see I have this title, hotel rooms, and below this I have this image. Here I have this text, hotel plaza, some text here, and here I have this button. Okay, below this again I am having the different image, I have different text name, I have this paragraph and button. Okay, now we are going to create simple API, and using map method we are going to access that API and we are going to display this data here. Okay, let's see how to do this one. Okay, before moving further, I'll just show you my file structure. Here if you see here, I have already written the code for that. Now I'm just going to remove this entire thing, and also from hotel.js I'll just remove this entire thing. And this also I'll be removing. I'll just remove all the code from all the files from here. Now if I show you the output, I'll just refresh this one. Now you can see I don't have anything. We will be writing completely from the scratch. So here inside app.js, first I have to import React from React. Okay, you don't have to write this entire thing. You can just install some extensions. In my later series, I'll be telling you what extension you have to install so that you don't have to write this entire thing. Okay, here I'll just define this function const app. Okay, I'll be using this fat arrow function. Inside this function, it is going to return something, and here I'll just open this syntactic sugar form. Okay, once I imported this file, okay, if I want to use this app.js in some other file, I have to export this file. So I'll be exporting this file now. Here I'll just write export default. Each file will be having one default export. I'll just write here app. Okay, whatever function name you give here, that should be matching with this one. Now inside index.js, you can see here I have already imported app file, and here I have this app component here. Okay, now I am not going to touch index.js file. I'll be working inside app.js. I'll just close all the files. Now inside app.js, I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll give the class name as container. Okay, I have already done the styling part. Now here I'll just create h1, and inside h1 I'll just give the class name as heading. Text I'm just going to give here hotel rooms. I'll save this, and now if I just refresh this one, you can see here I'm having this hotel rooms here. Now inside index.css, you can see here I have already written the stylings. I have imported font family. You can see I have imported stylish font family and pop-ins. Here I have just given some basic stylings, okay, so that I don't want to waste your time. If you are aware of CSS, then in this project I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to focus much on CSS. You just have to focus on props part. Okay, if you want, you can just take the screenshot of this. I really suggest you to give your own stylings. Okay, you don't have to copy the exact same thing. You can just refer this one if you want. Okay, I'll just scroll down. You can just take the screenshot of this. Okay, I have just given some stylings, okay, so that I can apply these classes to my div containers now. Okay, now this is the last part. Okay, only this. Okay, this is the basic styling. You don't have to worry much about this. You can just ignore this styling, or you can just give your own stylings. Okay, I'm just going to save this one. Now to use this one, I have to import this file. I'll just import, and I'll be giving here index.css file. I have to come inside this current directory. I'll just write this one. I'll just save this. Now if I show you the output, I'll just refresh once. Now you can see my hotel room has come here, and the font family what I gave in my styling, that has been applied. That is nothing but stylish font family, and my container and my text has come in the middle here. Now below this, I'm just going to create one more div which will be holding all my cards. So for this I'll just create one div, and for this div I'll give the class name as hotel cards. Inside this div, first I need image, so I'll just write here image, and inside src we have already seen how to use images. I'll write my images folder. I'm just going to give image1.jpg. Okay, I have this image inside my public folder. Okay, you can see inside my public folder I'm having this images folder. Inside images I have all these images. Okay, I'm just writing that path here. Okay, if you want, you can directly paste the link. You can just copy the link from Google or any website, and you can directly paste the link, or you can just create a folder inside public folder, and you can just write this like this path. Okay, you can give either single dot or double dot. Okay, it completely depends on you. We have already seen how to import images. Now below this I'll just create h2, and for this I'm just going to give the class name as title, and inside this I'm just going to give one hotel name. Let me just give here Hotel Plaza. Below this I'll just create one paragraph. Here I'm just going to give some dummy text, lorem around 50. Now below this paragraph I'll just create one div, and for this div I'm just going to give the class name as btn. Inside this div container I'll just create one button, and here let me just write here read more. I'll save this. Now you can see here I have this image here, I have this heading, I have this paragraph, and I have this button here. Okay, once you write this containers, okay, once you write this one, you will not be having this styles. Okay, I have just given the styles and I have imported my CSS link. Because of that I am getting all these styles. Okay, you will not be having by default. By default your text will be on left side, your image will be on left side, all the text whatever you have written here, that will be on left side, and you will not be having any stylings what I have here. You don't have to get confused here. I have already written styling for this. Okay, you can see here. So because of that I am getting that one. Now once I am done with this, I want the same card again and again. So in HTML and CSS we used to copy this entire div container. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll just paste that one. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see below I'm having the same image, I'm having the same title, I'm having this button. Okay, I'll be having the same output. Okay, but once it comes to React, we don't have to copy and paste, we just have to create separate components. So now I'm just going to create one component. Okay, inside src, just right click on this new file, and here I have already created one file. You can see hotel.js. Now inside this hotel.js, first I'm just going to import React from React, and here I'll define that function const. I'll be using fat arrow function. I'll write my function name as hotel, and inside this function it is going to return something, and here I'll be using this syntactic sugar form. And inside this, okay, whatever I copy pasted this entire card, I'll be pasting that card inside that return. I'll just copy from here, I'll just cut from here, and here I'll be pasting that one. And also I'm just going to remove this card from here. I'll just remove this, and also I'm just going to remove this card. I'll save this. Now this div is getting closed here. Now if I show you the output, you will see I will be having only this heading. Okay, I have removed all the cards. Now I don't have any card. Now to get that cards, I have already created this component. Inside this component I have pasted this card. I have this entire div container which is having image, heading, paragraph, and my button. Now I want to use this file inside another file, so I have to export this one. I'll just give here export default, and my function name, whatever you have given here, you just have to write that one. I'll just copy this, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Once I have exported this one, now this file I can use in any file. Now here I'm just going to import hotel from. I'll just write my file name, whatever file name you have given, that file name you have to write. I have here hotel.js, so I'm just importing hotel. Okay, here whatever file name, that should be matching with this name. Now once I have imported this one, I'll just copy this one. Now below this h1 I want all my cards, so I'll be pasting this as a custom element. Okay, this is nothing but our component. Now if I show you the output, you can see I'm having this first card which is having the title, paragraph, and button. Now if I want the same card, I just have to copy and paste this one. I'll save this. Now you can see here below I'll be having how much ever times I paste this one, that many times I'll be getting my output. You can see I'll be getting this output. Okay, all the cards, heading, paragraph, and this button. Now if you see here, my image is same, my title is same, everything is same here. Okay, there is no change in the image. I got the same image for all my components because the same component I am rendering it here. Okay, now to get different data, to pass this data from the parent component to child component, now we are going to use props. Okay, I'll just remove this entire thing. Okay, let me just keep this. Let me just keep 3 here. Let me just keep two components. Now inside this component, first I'm just going to create one image src variable, and here I'll just give the value. I'll just pass my images path. I'll just give here images. I'm just going to give image1.jpg. you should not separate using comma or semicolon because these are called as custom attributes. Okay, we have already seen about props, and here we should not separate this using comma or semicolon because attributes will separate it only using space. Now here in next line I'm just going to create title. I'll just write Hotel Plaza, and next I'm just going to write create text, and inside this whatever data I'm having here, this entire thing I'll just copy from here, and here I'm just going to paste that one. Okay, next I'll just give here button text. Okay, you can give any names here, and I'm just going to give here read more. Now in the same way I'll just copy this entire thing, and here inside this I'm just going to paste that one. I'll just change the image path. I'll just give here 3, and here I'll just give here hotel red. Okay, I don't remember any names. I'm just going to give this colors. Now if I just show you the output, okay, you can see here I have 2 components, but the data whatever I am having, that is same, because here I have only passed this data here. Okay, I am having this data inside my parent component. This data I have not passed inside my child component. So how many times I am having this components, that many times I am getting this data here. But my image and text is same because inside my hotel.js, if you see here, I have hard coded this value, and because of this I am getting 2 times I am having the same image and same text. Now to access the data from the parent component to child component, we are going to use props. Okay, I have already passed here all the data. Now here I am just going to destructure. In our previous tutorial we have seen we were writing like this props, and we used to access the data using props.title, props.image src. Now in this I'll just show you how to destructure. You just have to open this curly braces, and whatever data you are passing, you just have to write that one. I'll copy this image src, I'll be pasting that one. I'll come here. Next I have this title. I'll copy this one. I'll be pasting that one. I'll just copy this, and here I'm going to paste that one. You just have to separate using comma. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, this is called as destructuring. Once you give this destructuring, whatever name you have given here, directly you can pass that name inside the headings, inside paragraphs. You don't have to write props.disname, props.title. Okay, now I'll just copy this image src. Now in place of this, okay, this path, inside curly braces I'm just going to paste that name. I'll copy this, and here I'm just going to paste that one inside curly braces. I'll just copy this text, and here I'm just going to paste that one. And finally I have this button. I'll just copy this one, and inside this I'm just going to paste that one. I'll save this. Now if I show you the output, you can see I'm having this title, whatever title I have given, hotel red, for my second component, and also my image has been changed here. You can see this image I have, and next I have this separate image, another image, and I have this hotel red. Okay, whatever I have passed here inside this component, that data is being displayed for me. Okay, now if I want another component, I just have to copy this entire thing. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one, and instead of image 3, I'll just give here 4, and let me just give here orange. I'll save this, and now if I show you, you can see below I'm having this separate image, and also I'm having this title hotel orange. Okay, this is how we are going to pass the data, and this data we are going to get from the parent component to child component. Now once we are done with this, now if I want another component, I just have to copy and paste this entire thing. Okay, we have already seen once it comes to React, we don't have to copy and paste. We are just going to create separate components, or using map method we are just going to access all the data. Now this whatever data I'm having here, okay, I'm just going to create separate API, and inside that API I'll be storing all this data. Okay, here I have already created one file, hoteldata.js. Inside this I'm just going to create my name. I'll just create one variable. I'll give my variable name as hotel data. I'm just going to create array of objects. Okay, this is my array, square brackets, and inside this I'm just going to create array of objects. Now here I'm just going to copy this entire thing from here, the first component data, and inside this I'll be pasting that one. Okay, array of objects, object is nothing but name, value, place. So we should be separating using colon here. Okay, we should not write here equal to, we should just write here colon. Okay, and finally here I'll just write colon. If you are aware of JavaScript, then objects we used to separate using comma. I'll just separate using comma here. Okay, now that error will go. I'll just save this one, Now inside next component, and here I'm just going to give one more thing. I'll just give here id is equal to 1. Okay, we have already seen if we don't pass key, then we will be getting an error and we will not know which component and which data is getting added or deleted. So we have to add id so that we get to know which data we are adding or which data we are deleting. Okay, this will uniquely identifies our components, our data here. Now here, okay, in the same way I'm just going to create this API for my second image. I'm just going to change the title. Okay, I'll just copy and paste. I have this data here. I'll just copy this one, and instead of this I'll just paste that one here. Okay, now you can see here I have just done the same thing. I am just copying this, and here I'm just changing the image path. Okay, I'm just changing the hotel name here. Okay, my text and button will remain same in my project. If you want, you can change based on your requirement. Now here I'm having this id 3 and image is 3 here, id 4, image 4. Okay, I have done the same thing for 10 images, and here I have just exported this file. Okay, if you want, you can directly export here, export default, but I am exporting it here below. Okay, now once I am done with creating my API, I have exported that one. Now I want to use that file inside my app.js. So I'll be importing it here. Now inside this file I am having array of objects data. You can see inside this I am having this array, and here I am having this objects. So this is called as array of objects. Now once I have array data, I can access that using map method. So we have already seen that one. I'll just create this curly braces because array is a part of JavaScript. Here I'm just going to write my array name. I'll just copy and I'll just paste that one. I'll be using map method, and inside this map method I'll be using this date. Okay, I'll just pass one variable. You can pass anything here. Okay, you can pass data, you can pass any name here. Okay, I'm just going to pass one argument, and inside this I'm just going to return something, and I just want to return my cards here. Okay, that is components. This entire hotel, I'll just copy this one. I'll just cut from here, and inside this return I'm just going to paste that one. I'm just going to remove this second and third as well. I'll save this, and now if I show you the output, you can see here I'm having this 10 cards here, 1 2 3 4. Okay, if you count, I'll be having total 10 cards here, because totally I'm having inside hotel.data I'm having 10 datas here. Okay, so total I'll be having 10 cards here, but if you see here my images, my text, everything is same, because inside this array you can see I'm hard coding this value, and only this data I am getting here. Whatever I have given here, only that data I'll be getting here. If I just change the image path here 5, now for entire thing you can see, for entire thing I'll be getting the same image. For all the 10 cards I'll be getting the same image here. Okay, so for that, to get whatever data I am having inside that API, I'm just going to remove this. Okay, we already know that map method is going to call the function for each element inside the array, and each time it will be storing each element data. Okay, this is nothing but this first thing, this entire thing is called as first element of array, which will be having 0th index. This is called as second element of array, which will be having index number 1. Okay, it keeps on going like that. So using map method, first we will be accessing this one, second we are going to access this one, third we are going to access id number 3. Okay, in the same way we are just going to access each data. So for that, now this values will be having all the data. First time it will be having 0th index, second time it will be having first index, third time it will be having second index. Okay, it keeps on going like that. So for that I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Dot, you have to access this one. Objects we have to access using dot. I'll just copy this, and here I'll be pasting that one. Okay, in the same way I'm just going to remove this. Instead of this, I'll just write here values. I'll just copy this values from here, and here I'll be writing that one, and whatever name you have given here, that name you have to write here. And again from here I'm just going to remove this. I'll just write here values dot text. Okay, I have given text there. I'll just write here text, and finally I have button. I'll just remove this. I'll just write values dot button text. I'll save this. This button text, this text should be matching with this one. Okay, this whatever you are giving here on left side, that whenever you are passing inside this hotel.js, okay, as a prop, you just have to write that one. Okay, suppose if I just give here image 1, and here also I'm just going to give image 1. I'll save this. Now you can see here I will be not having images here. Okay, so whatever data, whatever value you are giving here, that is image src, you should be passing the same thing here. Okay, I'll just write here image src, image src. I'll save this. Now if you see here, I'll be having different images, and whatever title name I have given that name will be displayed. You can see here first image, first title, second image, second title, third image, third title, fourth image, fourth title. Okay, I have just given the random names. Okay, hotel blue, hotel pink, I have just given the colors names here. You can give any names. Okay, this is how we are going to pass the data from the parent component to child component, and using props and using map method we can access as many as cards I want. Now in the same way, if I just come to hotel data.js, I'll just paste this entire thing. Okay, we have to pass key as well. I'll just copy this one, and here I'll be pasting that one. I'll just give ID as 11. I'll save this. Let me just change the title. Let me just give here green. I'll save this, and now if I show you the last card, I'll just come here. Now you can see I'll be getting this hotel green, and this image will be same because I have given the same path here, image 10 and image 10 here. Okay, this is how as many as data if you add, we don't have to change inside our code. Okay, we don't have to change anything inside our code. We can pass as many as data inside this file, and we will be getting the output. Now here, once we are done with this, I'm just going to pass here key, and here I'll just write here values.id. Okay, because ID I have already accessed. I'll save this. Okay, if you want, you can just destructure this one. Okay, you can just write here ID, and you can pass this ID here. Okay, completely depends on you, but I'm just going to pass this ID here. Okay, this ID is not going to be printed, and we can't pass this key as a prop. We have already seen that. Okay, we just have to give this so that it uniquely identifies each element, and it will tell which data should be added. Okay, once we do projects, then you will understand in more better way. This is how we are going to create this simple project. Only we are passing props and we are accessing the data. If you practice this again and again, then you will have a rough idea, and then you will have the basic understanding of props, and you can achieve anything using props. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial. In next tutorial, we are going to see different types of props, and then finally we are going to start with our hooks. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.